Howdy ho, folks. Smoky Pipeliner here. No, wrong guy. Where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. Oh, no, that's Bradley. Sun coming up, coffee going down. That's Beans 316. Wait, who am I? Oh, yeah, pipe currency. Welcome, pipe smokers from all over the world. My name's Brian. This is my channel, Pipe Currency. I'm a Canadian pipe smoker living in the lovely city of Kiev, Ukraine. Welcome to my palatial estate. And by palatial estate, I mean Soviet apartment. Today, we're going to talk about the best pipe tobacco you're not smoking. Now, I know what you're sitting at home and thinking. Really, Pipe Currency? That's a very bold proclamation. You don't know what all of us are smoking or not smoking. And you're right, I don't. But you know what, guys? I hit about 10 years of my pipe smoking journey, and I just started going for it. And today, the pipe tobacco we will be talking about is Solani 633 Virginia Flake. Now, I know I've mentioned this tobacco in the past, but I've never done any kind of review. And I've been smoking this, guys, regularly since I arrived back in Kiev. Now, this tin is from March of 2018, so it's aged. And as you know, 2025 has been the year of aged tobacco on the Pipe Currency channel, as I'm really exploring a lot of aged tobaccos due to the fact that my pipe tobacco cellar in Canada hit its 10-year mark and my cellar here in Ukraine is now 7 to 8 years old. It's been all about aged tobacco this year, and this to me is an absolute home run tobacco, and we're going to talk about it now, okay? So before I get into my history with it, and before I light this up, I already gave it the char light, it's just ready to go. I'm going to read for you what smokingpipes.com says about this absolutely wonderful blend. Okay, it says, Solani Virginia Flake is a classic flake with bright Virginias and Perique. The cool, slow-burning blend has a natural sweetness and a wonderful room note. At Smoky Pipes, we refer to it as the champagne of Virginias. I thought about titling this video, The Champagne of Virginias, or a real clickbaity title such as The Best Pipe Tobacco You're Not Smoking. It's yet to be decided, but you will know if you clicked on this video. Now, what we have here is a Virginia Perique. It's a it's a flake, and here's how it looks, guys. So again, this has 7 years age on it. Let me see if I can separate a flake. You know what, I'll just take the whole thing out. You can see it. And look at that. Isn't that just an absolute thing of beauty? I hope the light shows it. That's with 7 years age. Just a wonderful tobacco. And when you open the jar and smell it, what you're getting really is the Perique is coming out. The Perique is very vinegary, and you're getting, there's like a honey sweetness in here. Now, I actually read somewhere, and I've only seen it in one place, that there's a faint honey topping out of this. I don't know if that's true. Smoking Pipes doesn't mention it. I've never seen it anywhere else, but I saw one commenter say that there was a honey topping on it, and for me, it's like a citrus honey, but the honey is very faint. So I don't know if it's true or not, but the note on this is one of the best in the business. So my history with Solani 633 is this. I got two of the square tins back in 2016. I smoked one with 2 years age on it. Loved it. I immediately knew I was smoking quality. And then I cracked the last one open during COVID. But in the meanwhile, I picked this one up in 2018 and I was sitting on it until now. And it has hit 7 years of age. Now, I've had quite a few vapors. You know, when I started my pipe tobacco journey, it was Englishes, you know, the Aperitif, Robert McConnell's Oriental, Pelican, Chelsea Morning, you know, all these Englishes that we all love. But I slowly started migrating toward Virginias and then onto Virginia Perique. And while I love Elizabethan mixture and I love Deluxe Navy Rolls by Dunhill and now Peterson, this is the one that speaks to me the most. And I'm going to light it up now and tell you why. So I got these matches, by the way, at the Silpo here in Kiev. 38 American cents for this. I don't really like them. They were really long. You guys know I like using matches. This is the summer of matches for Pipe Currency. They're really long, which is great, but I find it's too hard to light them. This thing doesn't have enough friction, and then if you push too hard, it actually kind of breaks the matches. Not that you guys will ever use matches in Ukraine, but Just on a side note, these ones here, which you guys really always give me compliments on this box, much better matches. And that's what we're gonna go with today. Solani 633 Virginia Flake with Perique. Oh my goodness. Okay, so when this tobacco's young, it's very hay, like you'd expect from a Virginia. You guys know this, hay, citrus, and breadiness when it's young. Remember I talked about Dunhill Flake, how it changed, that I found that the sweetness had subsided and that hay note had subsided? Not in Solani 633, it doesn't subside. In fact, when I get this, first you get a high quality Virginia here, guys. The Virginias are just right on the money. But what I find is you get some honey, there's a little bit of hay there, but I got this on the charring light. I don't get it as much now, but I really got it on the charring light. It was like an orange tangerine, like a succulent, juicy fruit. Of course, I'm not talking about a topping. It's being imparted from the Virginias. And then mixed with it, you got that white pepper, vinegary kind of spice from the Perique. When you put them together, guys, it's really something special. I said this when I did my top 10 favorite pipe tobaccos of all time, which Solani 633 is in. And it's a certain candidate now to be my pipe tobacco of the year. This tobacco is a little spendier than what you're normally going to pay for tobacco. So SmokyPipes.com is currently sold out of it. Four Noggins has it for $23.99 or whatnot. I pay $23.99 for this tobacco, no problem. And even at 2 years, it's wonderful. But as I said, the big difference between it being young and it being aged, and I love them equally, both, is I find that the succulent nature of the citrus becomes more prevalent instead of subsiding, like, as I said, in Dunhill Flake. Yeah, there it is there. Like a tangerine, it's not strong, but it's like a tangerine orange. That could be the citrus, because citrus, it's not spicy, but it has a bit of a spice to it. And I think it's that mix of you get the succulent nature of the Virginias with the Perique together, and it's giving you that tangerine orange. Yeah, it really does. It's just lovely. Like, I love Elizabethan mixture, and I love Dunhill Deluxe Navy Rolls. But this age is climbing my top 10 of all time. I believe in my top 10, it hit around the 6 mark. I can't remember exactly. It was 8 to somewhere between 5 and 8. I put it. This is just roaring up my top 10 right now, because I never had it with 7 years age on it, and age has just rewarded this Virginia. I highly recommend this. I always have it on stock. I have it in Canada, aged. I have another tin of it here. I make sure I never run out of it. If you have never had Solani 633 Virginia Flake and you like vapors, for me, it's the Michael Jordan of vapors. Really, it just hits all the right notes with me. And I said it again, it may be the best pipe tobacco you're not smoking. Those are my thoughts on Solani 633 Virginia with Perique. Now, I'm going to be putting an order in here coming up with Four Noggins very shortly, in a couple days. If there's any blends you would like me to review, now you got to be able to find it on Four Noggins. It's not that I don't like SmokyPipes.com. I find with international shipping Four Noggins as much. I just prefer it. If there's anything you want me to review, guys, fire it down in the comments section, and I will. I have a couple I think I've already decided that I want to get, but I'm curious to hear what my viewer would like me to review. Remember, I got to be able to get it on SmokyPipes.com. and I will put together a collection of tobaccos and put that order in very soon. Have you had Solani 633 Virginia Flake? What's your impressions of it? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? I know not everybody likes the same tobacco, but this has 70 reviews on smokingpipes.com, and it's got a 4.7 out of 5. I don't need that. I don't need those reviews or those numbers to tell me it's a good tobacco. I already knew it before I watched it, but I felt vindicated when I saw that number. I can't disagree. As I said, it's the Michael Jordan of vapors, in my opinion. And you should seriously consider adding it to your rotation or your next order. You know, get 2 tins, fire it in the cellar. As I always say, I wouldn't open it until it was 2 years old, especially of any type of Virginia. I've gone to the school of smoking pipeliner in that regard, and I think he's absolutely correct. Buy a couple tins, fire them in the cellar, smoke one at 2 years, and wait for the next one's 5 to 8 years. You'll thank me later. Okay, guys, so that's my thoughts on Solani 633. Once again, if there's any tobaccos you want me to review, put it in the comments section and I will seriously consider it. There's a couple I have in mind. I haven't looked at 4 Noggins here in a while to see what they have in stock. But I'm going to put an order in probably this weekend, probably Sunday. Today being Thursday. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for everyone who watched and commented on my 3-pipe tobacco warrior video. I really appreciate it. The comments are great. Hearing people tell me about the pipes that they consider to be their mainstays, their warriors in their collection. It was a really interesting conversation, and I always appreciate the likes and the comments. You guys know, don't have Patreon, don't want Patreon, don't want your money, but what I do like is the communication. And I loved hearing your experiences with different tobaccos and pipes. And of course, I appreciate the likes. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will talk to all of you very soon.